All right, go ahead.
Good morning.
Morning.
It's Monday, March the 7th, 2022. It's 10 o'clock, and this is a special call meeting with Commissioner Court. And we do call it to order. We do have a quorum here today. Acknowledge any guests is here also. And open it up for public hearing. And I have no papers saying there's going to be any. So I'll close it and we deliberate and consider action on the following items. Number one is to accept and approve Newton County for participating in cybersecurity course provided by the Texas Association of Counties. Mr. Shannon.
Yes, sir. All right, so, effective, June 14th of 2019, the government started requiring that all employees, elected officials and appointed officials who have access to a local government computer system or database or use a computer to perform at least 25% of their duties complete cybersecurity training certified by the Texas Department of Information Resources at least annually. And that's going to be, they require us to pass it through Commissioner's Court that we're going to be using this program that's free by TAC. And we're going to be using that. It usually, the deadline is the end of May that we get it completed by each employee. And those reports that we generate off of that is used by several departments to turn into the state for grants and so forth. All of our grants will not get approved if we do not have 100% completed by all users. Even the DA office can't get her administrators approved and so forth if we don't have 100% complete.
So is this more than what we're already doing?
No, same thing.
Okay.
We're just re-enrolling. Each year you have to re-enroll. So new requirements may be that they may change the laws each year, so we just have to keep re-enrolling.
So when we do it, we use this one here. County or cybersecurity.
I'm gonna double check that when I'm gonna submit all of the enrollment forms. They're gonna send me the link and I'll provide it to everybody when it's ready.
So we're good for this, for last year. Well, we're good for last year. So we
Yeah.
gotta start all over now, though.
Right.
Okay,
So this will be for 2022.
okay.
And we had for everybody that's getting new hired between time we had June of last year to now, they provided us a video, but there's no certification that they can provide us until we actually enroll in this 2022 course. So it's good that they're watching the video and doing the training, all of our new hires, but this will actually give them the certification. So all that have just watched that video, I'm gonna have to get them to retrain and get the certification so they can get on the report and everything.
So this is mandatory if we're going to keep our grants up.
Yes, sir. Mandatory.
Did we all do it last year?
Yes, sir. Everybody. And it's also, it was added to the employee handbook. Is that right? It's a, yeah. So it's a requirement for employment. If you don't complete it or something.
We actually have this, Christie fixed a thing for after they sat down there at the desk and took watched that course, we have them sign or they actually watched.
Yeah.
Also.
You gonna email us the link?
Yes. Okay. Yes. I tell you, it's gonna take us maybe a week or two to get everything filled out. We'll submit everybody's names and we should be up and running with that. I have a form for the judge to sign to authorize this and we'll submit everything to TAC. We need the court's permission to proceed.
I'll make that motion then.
Second.
Motion been made by Mr. Benson, second by Mr. Palmy. We approve the Newton County participation in the cyber security course provided by TAC. Any discussion? Not, all in favor say aye. Opposed, same sign. Hearing none, passed. Accept and approve March of 2022 for Newton Red Cross Month, and that's a proclamation in y'all's packet there that we do every year to approve that proclamation for Red Cross. Just participating in that.
I make that motion. I second.
Good.
Yes.
Mr. Jordan will read.
Oh, okay.
Hey, well, thank you very much for doing that. It's been the last couple of years we've not done it. We've had a little thing called a pandemic, COVID-19 that really kind of shut us down a little bit. And last year, unfortunately, we had the Texas winter storms. That was impacted our entire state. To say we've lived in very unique times is an understatement, no doubt about that.
That's right.
Particularly in our community since 2016. From 16, if you remember, it's a big river flood. And you just kind of go forward from there. And just real quick stat for you, Judge, I'll give you one stat. So for American Red Cross, we have chapters. We're the American Red Cross of Southeast Texas chapter. I cover 17 counties, or one of those counties. We have 5 chapters in the Texas Gulf Coast region. There's 3 regions in the state of Texas and 62 regions in the nation. Take all those regions. In the last 5 years, there's been more major disasters in our region than any other region in the nation. We are number 2 in chapters. There's 243 chapters. Number 2 in the nation. The number of major disasters since 2016. The only chapter that beat us out is a chapter in California with the wildfire.
Wow.
I mean, that stat is just pretty dramatic. I mean, it just really tells us, this. The folks who live in this community know this. We don't tell you that. I live here. I grew up in Jasper. I went to school with her mom back in the day. And so, our family lives here. We live, work, play, and pray here. It's a great place to raise a family. There's no doubt about that. But we've been very much on the tip of the spear for some time. So thank you very much for your leadership and your support here. I want to also point out to Olin, you know what you got here. I mean, he's not only one of the best in our region and our chapter, he's one of the best in the nation. Not only is he very good at what he does, obviously, and well respected, he's well connected. And it's not what you know, sometimes it's who you know.
Who you know.
And so that's really what Olin's all about. And he really provides that leadership and support we need here in our communities because we are so much in the front lines. So thanks very much, Jeff, for your leadership and support.
All right, thank you. All right, any more discussion? Not all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Same sign, opposed. Here none, passed. Number 3, accept and approve treasurer's office to open a checking account in Newton County Enterprise Fund. Mr. Ginger, you want to speak?
I just need y'all's approval to open this account, title that at our First Financial Bank. To open up the Newton County Enterprise Facility.
This is going to be a standalone account that actually is connected with the old prison.
So,
So it's the stuff we sell from the prison going in here.
yes, sir. It's already in there. Or gonna be going in there.
Okay. Anybody got any more questions? Ginger?
How many accounts do we have? Are we trying to shrink them?
It's in their process, but there's only gonna be some that we can, because y'all are gonna have to stay on there. But some of the other ones we can shrink down. That's the goal for the future, to get some of them cut back. But this one had to be on its own because of the way we acquired the account.
Okay.
So it's gonna be used for the enterprise.
The current one that's on y'all's cash position says that's the public facility. It's nothing to do with that one. That one's still gonna be on there till it gets closed, taken off the stuff. This one's just a new one that's gonna be for the stuff that happens since the county's owned the building. That's what will go in that account.
But when it was Public Facility Corporation, it was actually zero.
Yes,
It was zeroed out and this, started a new account as what, we sold for salvage.
it's what's gonna be
And you're not-
going into this new account. The other account is zero on the US bank side, but it still shows up in our books. Right now, but there's no money in it.
What we
So
gonna do?
that the expenses can be tracked separately.
Yes,
So if there's an expense to that facility, it'll come out of that account
yes,
and not out of general fund or out of anybody
yes,
else's
all of
money.
it will be tracked just like all the other ones. It'll be tracked. It'll have its expenses and its revenue side.
So who is that fund number issued to?
What do you mean?
All these,
You,
the county judge.
county judge? Is that going under you?
Just goes in the whole county chart of accounts.
So you, Christie, Sherry, Crystal, Martha,
We're the
Teresa,
signers on it.
so y'all can sign the check on.
Yes, and we're paying all our expenses out of that money as well. We just paid, the electric, Mitten electric bills and, any kind of supplies that we've gotten, we're paying out of that, we're gonna pay out of that fund.
So that's what we get in from the enterprise, going back to the enterprise.
Yes, sir. So we can track it. It's all gonna come out of that revenue from out there.
It was recommended by our outside auditor, Mr. Rotilio, because of the way we acquired the prison to keep it like this, to open a whole nother account, to keep it separate from the other stuff.
I was just asking, was it issued to someone that needs, it doesn't go to us, it doesn't go to the commissioners. So I was,
And no,
so it goes to the county judge. He's over the buildings. He's over
Yeah, the
court.
judge is gonna be the one that's gonna approve all the invoices and
it'll be
all
the
that.
one
That's what you're asking, Tick?
all that.
Yes, that's what I'm asking.
Yes.
I
Okay. I'm not going, went off, I didn't touch it, so. Any discussion? All in favor, say aye. Pose same sign, hear none. Pass. On five to, accept and approve the length of the County Road 1117 or 928.28 feet as measured from the center line of, County Road 1113 and a cattle guard to be set at the location of 763.4 feet, from same to the center line of County Road 1113, Mr. White.
It is, County Road 1117 is in my precinct. And there's been a land dispute involving that road, neighbors on both sides of the road. And they were trying to, during the discussion, the official length of the road was brought up and questioned. And as we investigated, there, far back as you can go, that road didn't have any documentation on it as far as the official length. Okay, so the assistant DA did some checking, and the landowner deed had referenced 240 feet, and it used some lingo as borders the road, and we got checked with the 911 address, Lloyd Pearson's, and all they do is assign addresses, and we checked with Tom Gill, which was the commissioner out there for the last 20 years, and he said that the road length hadn't changed since he's been there. And we also followed up with TxDOT. Every year we have to record road lengths and conditions, and with TxDOT, and the official length on it is 0.176, which equals to that 929.28. That we got 928 on there, which is the type that should be 929.28 feet. And so that's where the official road ends. As far as the Caligord, as you can see on, the commissioners can see on your graph there, on Miss Joanne Spinner's property, they wanted to put in a new driveway there just past the old Caligord. And so it was, didn't have enough turn radius. And so they consulted us about trying to resolve that issue. And so during that time, it was involved in all of the discussion. And so what we did is went out and moved the Caligord back, and you can see where the new Caligord is. It's 128.3 feet from the center line of County Road 1113. So we wanted to document that on record that we had this discussion, and that is, according to TxDOT, is the end of the county road. Questions? Yeah, I attached the 2021 official TxDOT report on County Road 1117. We could see is at 0.176, and that's been that way from way back when.
So are we approving the new length, or
That's not a new
we'll reestablishing what we already approved?
Yes, and putting it on, make sure on record that we, the length of that road, official TxDOT length is.
So there's nothing changed
No,
except for Caligord.
right. Move the Caligord back.
As far as our county road, it still stays the same as your road report.
Yes.
You turn in September, and it's approved through
The grand jury.
grand jury and sent to the state. So, okay. All right. That's all I have.
I'll make that motion.
A second.
Motion been made by Mr. Palmer and second by Mr. White. We accept and approve item number 5. Any more discussion? Not all in favor, say aye. Aye. Same sign, opposition. Here none approved. Motion to adjourn.
Make that motion.
On that last one, I think the motion was just to approve number 5, but there was an actual change to it. And so I just want to make sure the minutes reflect that it's 929
Oh, yeah,
Because if you just approve number 5, generally it's 928.
right.
So make sure the record reflects that it's 929,
929.
not 28.
Thank you.
So if you will, just go back and revisit that motion.
It's 929 instead of 928, is that right?
Right.
Uh,
Calculated, it comes out to 929.28 every time.
okay. Motion been made, by Mr. Fumby, and second, Mr. White, that we,
That you're recognizing.
recognize the difference between the footage of 928 and 929 as a correction. And so, we'll make sure that's recorded in the minutes. So I'll make it. You say you're going, who said?
Yeah, I make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion been made, Mr. White, and second, Mr. Besson, will adjourn. It's 22 minutes after. Appreciate that, man.